Let's see, PQRSTU is a regular hexagon. If PQ is A and QR is B, find in terms of A and B, PX, let's see, PX, and QX. QX. Let's see, okay, find in terms of A and B, PX, and QX. Okay, so PX is this. So in terms of A and B, well, PX is exactly like B, so we'll just say PX is equal to B. QX. QX is that. And that doesn't look like A or B. Let's see, what if you did B and then you did the opposite of A? Then you would be able to get there, right? You could do B and then you did the opposite of A and then you would be there. So let's see, we could say B minus A. Minus A. Okay. 12C, vectors in the plane. Let's see, the point P with coordinates x, y has position vector, vector OP, and then they write it in this form where they have the x coordinate, or what's like the x coordinate above, and what's like the y coordinate below. And the other way you can write it is like that. Okay, xi plus yi. And here's another example. Okay, and this can also be written as a unit vector form. So we could write this as 2I plus 5j. So that is also writing the same vector in a different way. So let's see, point P is 2 units to the right and 5 units up. Okay, and if you remember, when we talked about transformations and translations, we introduced this vector form, and we used this vector form to say that the top number was the x translation and the bottom number was the y translation. Okay. Give the component vector form for the base unit vector I and the base unit vector j. So the I and the j vectors are the ones right here. So we multiply 2 times the I vector, and the I vector is basically a unit vector, or a vector with length 1 in the x direction. And the j vector is a vector with a length of 1 in the y direction. All vectors in the plan can be described in the plane, it's supposed to be in the plane, can be described in terms of the base unit vectors, okay? So express OP as the sum of 2 lots of I plus 5 lots of j. And that's exactly what we did right here. So I'm just going to copy this down here. Oops. Okay? All right. Write the illustrated vectors in component form and in unit vector form. So they want it in both kinds of form. So we've been doing a lot of work up until now geometrically, just drawing, and all we're going to do is put it in the coordinate system. So it's not too hard, right? So let's see. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over, and then 3 up. So we could write that as 7, 3, or as 7i plus 3j. And I didn't put the little vector things here, but you know what I mean. What about this one? We go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's like negative 5, and then we go over 2, which is like plus 2. So, and which do we put first? We put the x first, so 2 goes first, and then negative 5 goes second, because that's the y. And then we could write that as 2i minus 5j. Now this last one, looks like we're going backward on the x direction, which is backward 6, and then we go up 3, so we could put minus 6, 3, or we could put minus 6i plus 3j. Okay. Write each vector in unit vector form and illustrate it using an arrow diagram. Oh, I didn't give you any graph paper here. We can use this one that's down here. Write each vector in unit vector form. So we would just put 3i plus 4j. And for this one, we would put 2i minus 5j. Pretty easy. And then if we wanted to draw it using an arrow diagram, then we would say, let's see, 3 to the right and 4 up. And then we would put 2 to the right and 5 down. So 2 to the right and 5 down. Looks kind of like that. Okay. So that one's that one, and that one is that one. No, I don't want to put a line right through the middle of everything. Okay. Find in component form and in unit vector form. BA. So BA looks like that. Looks like we're going backwards 4, going to the left 4, and then we go down 1. So that would be the same as writing negative 4i plus, no, not plus, negative 4i minus j, or minus 1j. DC, that's an easy one. It's plus 2 and 0. So it would be 2i plus 0j. What about CA? CA, so you're going back 3 in the x direction, and you're going up 4. That would be minus 3i plus 4j. Okay, 4. Write in component form and illustrate using a directed line segment. I plus 2j. I plus 2j would be 1, 2. Negative 5j would be 0, negative 5. And if I wanted to draw those, let's see, 1, 2 would look like that. That's 1, 2. 0, negative 5 would look like that. Write the vector 0 in component form. Just like that. Easy. So we're done with page 6.